Good morning, everybody. Hello. Hey, it's Becky from Power Tools with Thread. You are in our Stitchuation room. This is a Monday through Friday virtual stitching retreat, 8 a.m. Central. And you hang out with me in here in my sewing space. And I hope I can inspire you to put something under the needle and go sew something. Frito is here with me. I'm just going to start using my little test block down here for a coffee mug thing. Why not? Why not? Test blocks are great for that, right? There's my Frito. Let's point that down there and see where there she is. There she is, sweet girl. She says, "What do you got, Mom? Give me something out of the bag. Give me something out of the bag." Hi, everybody. Oh, everybody's in the chat here, Frito. Yeah, we'll give you those, sweet girl. Good morning. Hi, Peggy. Hi, Elizabeth. Hello, hello. All right. There you go. You want to brush your teeth? A lot of you guys are asking me about these sticks, these chews. You ready for that? Here, go brush your teeth. Bye-bye. They're just natural. I think those are the chicken flavor ones. I put them in my Amazon store. I think I did, so that you guys can get them too. I just, it's funny. You go to a city vet and they tell you, oh, don't give them rawhide. It's bad for their stomachs, and give them this fake stuff instead. And then you go to a country vet. I live rural, large animal vets, and they're like, just give her whatever, because this is my opinion. The city vets need you to bring your dog in for that $300 to $500 dental cleaning every year, right? The large animal vets, they don't buy into that. So they're like, just give her rawhide, she'll be fine. So that's what we do. But a lot of you have emailed me and asked me about those, and I get them off Amazon by the 100. I make sure they're made in the USA. So anyway, on to something else. She is the star of the show. I know. Hi, Chris. Hi, Chris. So big news. Hold on to your wallets. I want to announce I have been approached by folks from, yes, Katie, it will work on the Quattro. Okay, that got me. Now, see, I'm not going to look at the chat for a second while I talk about this, because I'll get distracted and squirrel off. I was approached by the folks from Viking Cruise Lines. I've always wanted to go on a Viking cruise. I want to thank Amber for reaching out to me, and Donna, her mom, Donna. Her mom's a travel agent, and she's making all this work out. So I need to pull it up on my site here so that you guys can see what is going on. It is Christmas on the Rhine, Europe, you guys, Europe, if you want to go, November 2027, 2 years from now, 2.5 years from now, just about. So I want to show you guys where you can find out information on that. This is not going to be a sewing cruise like Sew and Sail. Okay, we're going to go. I got it. Harriet says my bags are packed. This is going to be amazing. Harriet, you have to come. I think you'll absolutely love it. So fun. I know John won't go, but we'll keep you entertained, I promise. Let me share my screen with you guys. I do have a link below to the information in the description box, but I also have put it on my blog, and I'll show you how to find it, okay? So on my blog across, or maybe it might be the 3 little lines for the menu for you guys, go to education/travel in the menu. And it's all the way down at the bottom, down here in 2027, Viking River Cruise, Christmas on the Rhine. I don't know if that's going to jump you into a Google Doc. I'm going to see if I can jump into the Google Doc. Are you guys seeing that? I don't know. Let me see here. You are not seeing that. So let me stop sharing this one. And now I'm going to go to present and share screen. And let's look at Christmas markets on the Rhine, you guys. This is amazing. So November 28th through December 5th, 2027, gives the prices and whatnot. All meals are included. There are 8 excursions that are included in the price at each town that we stop at. and then beer, wine, and soda with lunch and dinner. And it's only a $25 deposit to secure your spot. And we are going to start Basel to Amsterdam. So here we go. Okay. We're going to start down here in Switzerland and make our way through Strasbourg into Germany, all the way through here. We are going to stop. There's a stop in France, and then all the way up to Amsterdam. And so we're going to hit all of these fantastic little Christmas markets. And Amber talked about possibly finding textile shops for us to wander around if she can. If any of you know of any that are good to go over there, certainly let us know. But this is going to be just amazing. So we'll stop in Strasbourg, France. Look at that. And we're going to go to all of the Christmas markets. They say the average temp during that time of the year is in the low 40s. So nothing but rave reviews from everyone I hear about Viking river cruises. So this is going to be amazing. Bonnie wants to know, she doesn't know where to find the digital data for the Bella box. No, there was no USB in this Bella box. Well, there wasn't. It's on your Kimberbell account. You have a digital library on your Kimberbell account. It should be there. Yeah, it'll be cold. It'll be cold. I'm all right with that. I have my woolies from when Candace and I we took that sulky trip into Christmas in Old England. And oh gosh, that was, whatever will we do? I don't know, y'all. So you can absolutely bring a non-sewing person. Absolutely. Elaine, you've got to come. That's going to be an amazing trip. You're not doing anything anyway, right? That will be a lot of fun. So again, it's 2.5 years from now. I know that's a long time, but these cruises fill up very quickly. And I think it's just going to be amazing. I can't wait to wander around all of those little places. Besides, when you go to that part of the world, it's supposed to be cold and crappy, right? So anyway, I'm looking forward to it. Diane says, I'll need my fur coat. You going to come, girl, all the way up from Australia? Why not? Yeah, that'll be wonderful. So, yeah, we're going to be flying home after the cruise yeah. So that's going to be a great trip. I'm really, really looking forward to it. And I want to thank Amber and Donna for setting all this up. So Amber reached out to me. She's a quilter and she watches the channel. And her mom reached out to her, who's a travel agent, and said, hey, this just came up, and do you think that the quilters would enjoy something like this? And now you know of anybody who could promote it for us? And Amber said, I know just the person. So thank you guys very much for reaching out to me. It's going to be amazing. So, yeah. Oh, Renata's going. Look at that. She says, can't wait. Can't wait. Okay, Margaret, time to work it out. Yep. Let's go. So my husband was napping while I was on the phone with Amber. And I said, go ahead and book it. We'll do it. I think it's going to be amazing. He woke up and I said, pack your bags. We're going to Amsterdam in 2027. He's like, okay, what are we doing? But, take a coat and a scarf. All right, Bonnie, we will. Yeah, that'll be, I've got lots of stuff to stay nice and warm in that kind of weather. So it'll be good. Margaret says, I'm going to work it out. We're going to make this happen. If anybody's going to be traveling by yourself, go ahead and call anyway, because I'm sure they can work out, because it's double occupancy, I think. So if you are open to a roomie, then, you can make that work. Bonnie's going. We're in. Yeah, Bonnie says, we're in. Let's do it. Let's do it. Scrapping like a lady, we are going on a Rhine cruise with Viking River Cruises in Europe in 2027. That's what you missed. So anyway, I've got a link to it below in the description box. It's the first thing under featured items for the information on that. And then, and this is going to fill up with non-sewing folks as well. Okay. So we want to pack it up front as much as we can with folks from our stitching community, and then leave the extra seats to those other people. So it'll be something, a trip of a lifetime for sure. And just 8 days. So that's going to be a lot of, Vicky's considering it. I know it's not bad for a $25 deposit, and you've got 2 years to save your pennies to pay for it, right? Well, then this will be the one to go on. Elizabeth said they've always wanted to do a Viking river cruise. This will be the one to go on for sure. All right, y'all. So today I wanted to make up the Kimberbell. This is out of the Bella box, okay? And this is the little scissor pouch that they're doing. So, I mentioned yesterday, if you weren't here, I did make the little door hanger. Turned out just as cute as it can be. I shot a video while I made this and I can't find it. I don't know what happened to it. It's somewhere on my Mac and I haven't figured out how to move it over into iMovie to get it edited. I'll work on that. Anyway, but this turned out just absolutely adorable. I love it. I made the 6x10 size, the little bit larger one. And I'm making the 6x10 size of the scissor pouch as well. Now, one of the cool things that Kimberbell has is called, yeah, $25 to reserve it. Depending on where your room is on the ship. But, I mean, y'all, that's about standard rate if you're going to start doing, nice cruises like that. So one of the things that Kimberbell does that's very cool is they have these things called blanks. This is a Kimber blank. And a lot of people are intimidated by zippers. So this is a zipper pouch. And it comes with a nice, it looks like it's a metal tab. I can't tell. I think it's metal. It might be heavy plastic. I don't know. So this is the Kimber blank that came in that Bella box. And the blank is fully lined. So it has the canvas part that is outside. Okay, that's the exterior. And then it has the lining, which is made out of like cotton on the inside, kind of a quilting cotton on the inside. All right. And I mean, ideally, you can just pop this into your embroidery machine, embroider something on the front. You've got yourself a bag. And then you would move your zipper to the inside, right? And sew up the edges. Just sew it all the way around. And then turn it, and you've got yourself a finished bag. So this one, what they want to do is create a quilted scissor cover in this one. So that's going to be pretty neat to do. I was reading through the instructions. Getting it aligned properly is a little tricky. So I'm going to take you through step by step how to get that done as well. All right. Marianne, if you want to go, there's a link below in the description box. You can click on that and it'll jump you to the documents with all of the information. It says Viking River Cruise underneath. Okay. And it'll take you there and give you all the information that you need. All right. So, well, welcome back, Maureen. I hope you enjoyed your visit to the national parks. I also need to have a little bit of the lilac fabric ready to go for the spool on here. Let me get you a close-up of that little pouch. That's what we're going to make right there. So what they've done is I know I get my blanks. I like to get blanks from All About Blanks. That's really cool. No, you don't embroider through the lining. Just wait, Betsy. Just wait. No, you don't embroider through the lining. So you've got to wrap the lining up out of the way, and that's the tricky part that we're going to do right now. So I'm going to take you step by step. I looked at it. I said, okay, I did not do a dry run on this, but we're going to see how it works and follow the instructions step by step. Okay. So let me switch my camera here over to my table. Y'all ignore this. That's a little thing for, this is annoying. I'm going to move this. This is a thing for another camera. Let me move this down here on the floor and get it out of the way. Okay. So they've got the instructions written pretty well. Get you here. You can see. All right. So the first thing, it tells you right in here that this is a 4-part project, and part 1 is preparing the zipper pouch blank. And that's what we've got to do right now. Then you're going to stitch the front design, then you're going to stitch the back design, and then you're going to sew the zipper pouch together. So right here it tells you you've got step-by-step instructions. Oh, and it gives you a list of the thread colors that you need, and I've got those sitting on top of my embroidery machine right now. I don't have a 6x10 hoop in here. I think it's in the motorhome. So I am using the, yeah, it goes to a Google Doc, Mary Jean. The cruise link goes to a Google Doc to explain all about it and who you can talk to, and tells you all about it. So, so I'm using a 9x14 hoop, which is fine. That's no big deal. All right. So it says right here to place the zipper pouch blank on a flat surface right side up. Okay, so that's the canvas side up, and here's the zipper tab. And it says to make sure the zipper is closed and the pull is at the top. Okay, we're good with that. You're going to do the same thing when you make this. What's really nice about these is if you've got more of these little blanks, you can put somebody's name on them. You can personalize them. You can do anything you want. Very, very cool. You could, if you've got a person who is a knitter, you could do some yarn designs from other. It's great. This just gives you a great idea of what to do with these zipper blanks. Okie doke. So mark, let's see, from the center of the zipper teeth, measure out 1 inch on each side. All right, easy enough. I'm going to put my ruler on here, and I'm going to measure out 1 inch like this, and right here, top and bottom, 1 inch for each. Get that straight. It says to use the water-soluble marker. I'm just using a friction pen. No problem. Okay. And then, so we've done that. All right. Flip the pouch right side down with the zipper pull at the top, right side down. Okay. Flip it over. Oh, I need to put pins. It says to put pins in here at these marks so you can see what you're doing from the back. This is the only tricky part about this whole thing, is getting this right. So we're just marking 1 inch. And this is just for us to be able to keep the lining and everything out of the way and do alignment lines in the hoop so we get it lined up straight. All right, so that's good. Now it says flip the pouch right side down, and with the zipper pull at the top. That's what we got. So now the zipper's upside down. So now it says to take the lining. I pinned the lining. I pinned all of these pieces. Where's my mark? Right there. Okay. Don't pin your lining. You have to unpin it like I'm doing, which is fine. No big deal. Where's my mark? Right here. Okay. So now it says to take the lining, roll both lining layers together towards the center, pin or clip in place. Roll them toward the center. Okay. So I guess I can roll them together like this. This is to get the lining out of the way, Betsy. That's what we're doing. Let's get it out of the way. Okay. And then I can clip it in place. I brought me some clips here. I can pin it too, so it doesn't come undone. There. Okay. Easy enough. I had another clip. There. Okay. So now I need to draw a line from 1 inch over, draw lines. So I'm actually aligning it with I've got the zipper on a line on the mat, Okay. And I'm going to align the ruler with the lines on the mat 1 inch away. That's a little easier than fiddling with the pins. Okay. So let's mark this. Okay, got that. And then again, I'm going to make sure that my zipper's aligned on the line on the mat. And then I'm going to put my ruler on the 1 inch mark away from the zipper. All right. I'm using a friction marker. That's it. Come off with heat. Okay. There. So we are on the wrong side of a zipper pouch. Use a ruler and a water-soluble pen. Draw vertical lines connecting, okay, as shown. Remove the pins, which I already did, and label the lines A and B. Okay, this is A down here on this side, and B. All righty. Okay, remove the pins from the canvas layer. That's this. This is the lining. Don't remove the pins from the lining. Remove the pins from the canvas layer, and I did that. Now, what we need to do is fold the pouch in half lengthwise, right sides together. Right sides together. Okay. And line up your lines. All right. Again, this is the tricky part, right? Line them up, right sides together. Okay. Find the horizontal center of the pouch and finger press well. Okay, right there. Put a little mark in it. All right. Unfold the pouch and lay it right side down. The zipper pull should be at the top. Okay. There we go. That's what we're supposed to do. Using a ruler and a pin, mark the horizontal center of the pouch and label the line as C. Okay. Got you. So I'm lining up the straight edge of the ruler on this line because I know it's straight, and then I'm going to line it up here on that line of the ruler. So putting the ruler here straight on this line, and then I'm going to make sure that I've got it straight on a line on the mat. So I make sure I get that, because this thing is not square. So I'm just going to use the lines to find center. And this is labeled line C. They put a little C out here. All right, easy enough. Hoop some cutaway stabilizer. I've already done that. Cool. Okay, so that's how you prep. We're ready to go. We just finished part 1 and we are stitching. Now we're on part 2, stitching the front design. Awesome. That was easy. Okay. There we go. They're going to need a bigger boat. You guys are going to load it up. Somebody's going to want to go on a Christmas cruise on Viking, and they're going to go, that would be amazing, Vicki. They're just going to sell out. All the stitchers are going to go on that cruise. That's going to be amazing. You guys don't forget to get your passports and all that. That may take a while, so you want to make sure to get that. What is going on back here? Oh, my word. Crazy day here in the sewing studio. Really? It's the 50th anniversary of Jaws? Oh, my goodness. That movie scared the bejesus out of me. To this day, I won't go in the ocean. I'm not going to be part of the food chain. I won't do it. Okay. Yeah, you know what? If it's all power tools with thread, folks, that would be awesome. We would, oh, good. Diane emailed her. That'd be amazing. Now, they've got a little conference room where we can do like a meet and greet or gathering spot or something like that. But I know, Betsy, I feel old too. I was 10 when that movie came out. Oh my goodness. Let's see. I have already hooped my stabilizer in my magnetic hoop. I didn't show you guys. I did it last night, but I'll show you when it's time to do the second one if you want to see how it's done. Oh my gosh. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to put this in. I have plenty of bobbin. And I also have a couple pieces of batting right over here for it. I put a ring on my deal. Let me pull you guys up so we can see what I'm doing. Awesome. That was pretty easy. They give you a really good, step by step. Let me grab my instructions. I don't want to mess this up. Okay, I'm using no-show cutaway mesh. Okay, I'm still traumatized. Oh, I know. I still am traumatized. So I hoop the stabilizer, load part A file into the embroidery machine. So I'm going to go to embroidery, and let me turn this so you guys don't see glare from the door. There we go. It's a little better. Sorry. Squeak. And memory, pocket for memory. And I sent it over wirelessly out of Embrilliant. I brought it into Embrilliance and then sent it over wirelessly. It's under the P's for part 1. There it is. Part 1 scissor pouch set and embroidery. So if you're new to embroidery, you don't have to find center. The digitizer's already done that for you on these in the hoop deals. They've already done that for you, so you don't have to fiddle with that. And I don't know what happened to my glasses. Okay, so stitch the base placement line. That's easy enough. And it tells me right here you've got a sewing machine, and I want to. Sorry, y'all. I've got to have. There's a pair of glasses. These are the ones that are too strong. They're the Lori Holt. I'm not a fan of the color. That's right, Nancy. I'm the same way. Give me a pool all day long, something I can see the bottom. I don't even like getting in a lake. So the way they do this here is they give you these steps, right, that are marked in each picture that gives you the steps. The stitching part, if you look, so it has a little sewing machine right here. Zoom you in so you can see what I'm talking about. It is thundering outside, y'all. It's thundering. I thought I heard it earlier. So I have the sewing machine, number 1, and then a heart. It's got a little, this is your thread color. Okay. So this number 1 right here corresponds to, let's look at the top of the machine here. So at the top of the machine, it tells you what foot to use. And it doesn't matter what brand of machine you have. It's going to be, you're still going to have the same functionality. The thing I like about Brother machines is it doesn't matter whether you're on the PE 770 or you're on the Luminaire or Avenir or whatever, you're going to have to, you'll get this information right up here. And this is information about the design itself. Okay. Get you in here just a little bit so we can see. Now, so this W right here is the W foot, and that's a button, and you can press it to get a downward directed crosshair on the Luminaire. All right. This tells you which hoops you can use based on the size of the design. Okay. And then here we have the needle. This is a stitch count. That needle one right there, that's a stitch count. So it has 8,961 stitches. Okay. And then here, this little spool, that's a color stop count. So what I was telling you is the number 1 that you saw. So if you watch, so this right here, that's a color stop. It gives you the list, the color stops on this column right here. It gives you a preview of what you're going to have. And these are the buttons where you can scan with a camera or use the Luminaire or whatever. We're not doing that. But right here, the 0 through 17. So there's 17 color stops, and these are the color stops that all correspond like that. There's 17 of those. Okay. So if I just, my button's green on my machine, And if I tell it to go, it's going to give me the placement line for the batting. So I'm just going to go and, oh, wait a minute. I got to change my thread. So I showed you it had the color. This is a color, thread color with the little heart. So come back over here to your thread color chart and you can see the one with the little heart is smoke. So it's looking for like that light silver color. And these are all glide threads. You don't have to use glide threads. You can use your own threads, but they give you the color of it so you can match your thread if you're using another brand other than Glide. Okay, so that's very cool. Okay, so I need to change my thread into that smoke color. Now the way I change my thread is I do it from the top and I don't rethread the machine the whole time. So I just cut a great big long tail, okay? And I'm going to match the tail of this. And I twist my finger around it a couple times to get them well acquainted. And then I'm going to make a loop. I want you to see. A lot of people like, show that again? Okay. So I've got my two tails. I just bring this up and hold it between my thumb and forefinger of my other hand, make a loop and drop the tails behind the loop. And then I reach through and grab both of the tails and create a single little knot. That's all I do. Okay. That's all I do. Okay. So I'm going to grab from the front. I unthread the needle. I don't pull the knot through the needle. I unthread the needle. And I'm just going to pull the thread through the machine. And that's a great way. It keeps you from accidentally pulling the thread backwards through the machine. You don't want to do that. And I need to thread my needle. Okay. So I need to get that going. Now I want to show you here at the top of the screen. You can see it stitching color stop number 1 right there. And it tells you the stitch count. If you ever have a boo-boo, you need to pay attention to what stitch you were on. So if you accidentally have to turn off the machine or you need to pull the hoop and go back to where you were. Oh, you knot twice on the PR 1055, Ruth? I don't. I haven't had to do that. All right. So now we've got to, I think we have to pull the hoop. Oh, I got to put the batting down. Hold on. Let me turn y'all. So I've got my little batting line there. It doesn't matter which side is up. So you just want to make sure you've got, so if you hold it like this, you can see from the widest point, side to side, I've got enough. Okay. And if I fold it like this, over on this side. Oh, I didn't cover the top. See, I need to cover the top. Make sure you got that top cover. Ooh, we're skimping. It said 5 by 10. That's what I did. 5 by 11 might be better. Might work a little bit better. I don't want that to shift, so I'm going to tape it. There. Okay. And we're going to stitch that down. I think it's going to go around twice probably. Oh, you pulled it apart and had to rethread. I've done that. I hate that. I know. On that 1055, that's a beast. I know. I'm using, these are Ginger curved scissors. I've had these things for probably 10 years. Thank you, Terry. Yeah, you guys give a thumbs up, please. If you're watching on your TV, use your TV remote and hit the channel up button. That helps. Tell other, shares my channel with other people. That'd be wonderful if you do that. I appreciate it. All right. So now I need to, let's see here. We are on step number 6. Trim the batting close to the stitch line, okay? Whenever you pull the hoop, you always want to put it on a firm, flat surface. This is a quilter's cut and press. I like this so I can iron on it if I have to, if I'm doing applique. And if you are right-handed, trim clockwise so that the lower scissor blade is closest to the stitch line in the direction that you're traveling here. If you're left-handed, trim counterclockwise. But you always want a firm, flat surface so that you don't accidentally make the stabilizer move around in the hoop. And what you can do is accidentally mess up your registration, and then nothing will work. And when you cut, use the bottom of the scissor. Don't turn it to the side. You want to hold the scissor level and trim right next to that. If you trim the stitches a little, that's okay, no big deal. Look how close that gets when I trim counterclockwise as a right-handed person. Okay. And if you, y'all, the sun is out. I don't know why I hear thunder. If you accidentally cut into the stabilizer, just use some paper tape and fix it from the back. It'll be fine. All right, that's done. Now, let's see here. So we've done step number 6. I have to stitch the pouch placement line and tick mark. That is color stop number 3. So back into the machine, it's going to give us a placement line and a little tick mark. Okay. Just one of those little summer storms, I guess. Yep, big gray. Huh. Okay. Yep, little rain heading my way. Okay, I love my Bella box too, Jennifer. Okay, so here we are. Now we're going to get this lined up. I have to read the instructions step by step so I don't screw this up, because I will. Let's see here. All right, so there's the little tick mark. That's a pretty big tick mark. We can say it, right? And then there's your placement line. So lay the pouch right side down with the zipper pull at the top. Okay, y'all, I got to turn this so it's right to me. I don't want to mess this up. So it's at the top. All right, got it. We're not in the hoop yet. We're still, I'm just going to use this. We're not in the hoop yet. Just a second. Move the lining roll 2 inches away from the zipper on the left side of the pouch. Pin or clip in place. Woo, did you guys hear that? Boom, boom. Okay, so I need to get this 2 inches away on the left side and pin or clip in place. So I just moved it a little bit over here. And I can see through my quilter's cut and press. I'm going to put the zipper on the line there, and there's the 2-inch line. So I've moved this well out of the way. That's what it wants you to do. Okay. Okay. Let's see. I did step number 9. Okay. Step 10, Let me get the hoop out of the way so you guys aren't confused. We're not using the hoop just yet. All right, step 10. I should have ironed that. Flip the pouch right side up. Okay. With the zipper pull at the bottom. Got it. So far, so good. Fold the bottom right corner up to the left side until the point where line B and C cross is visible. This creates a 90-degree angle as shown. All right. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to lift this up so I can see where these cross right here to create a 90-degree angle. I see. Okay. I'm going to get that straight. All righty. Easy enough. This create, oh, okay. Align the corner where line B and C cross with the point where the placement line and the tick mark meet. Ah, okay. Got it. Y'all following? Okay, so let me do that again slow. You got your zipper tab at the bottom, face up. The project is face up. You're going to lift this bottom corner and bring it up. So I'm kind of aligning the C line and the B line with the lines on my mat. Okay. And then I'm going to put it in the hoop. And I'm going to put that point right on where the tick mark and the placement line meet. And I want it straight. So I want my line, C line fairly straight. There we go. This is easy. Not too hard. The instructions are excellent. Okay, got that. So I did that. And then it says, unfold the pouch and smooth it in place. Align B with the placement line and align C with the tick mark. Unfold it and put it in place. So I'm going to fold this back and make sure that my B line is even. So my C line is even with the tick mark. My B line is even with the placement line. Look at that. Perfect. Okay, got it. Fold it over. Okay, and tape in place. Got it. Oh, y'all, that was easy. Okay. It looks scary. Nah, it's not scary. Okay, now I'm going to tape this on here. You just, again, Kimberbell has the best instructions in the entire industry. You just follow step by step. You can get this video and you can watch it step by step. You can stop the video and do it. Stop and do, stop and do. There. That looks pretty good. So we've got this part hanging. This is the front of the pouch. So this part's hanging over the side, and that's fine. Okay. So it shows you right here in 12. Tape it down, zipper pull down here at the bottom. That's exactly what they want. Tape securely in place. If necessary, use rolled tape between the pouch and the hoop. Oh, it's talking about you. If you want to, you can roll this up so it's not hanging over. You can do this. Okay. And then you can take another piece of tape and you can put this like this to hold that if you don't want it hanging over on the side or whatever. I'm leaving my pins in on that little roll. I'm just going to, there. Now that's not going to get in the way or go anywhere or any of that. Okay. Okie dokie. That's exactly what they said to do right here. Roll the excess canvas and linings, pin or clip in place. Got it. Stitch the pouch tack down line. All right. We're ready to go. We are on step number 4. Color stop number 4. Okay. This is so much fun. Oh my gosh. And I can see my zipper isn't going to get hit. There we go. I should have ironed this before I started, but I didn't, so. Stitching this tack down. There we go. Getting the motorhome ready to go camping, Sandy. Fun, 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 fun. We have an open house this weekend down in Port O'Connor. I'm excited about that. I hope it goes well. There is a walking foot for the luminaire. It's called the Move It foot. Yep. It's a big old chunky thing that you have to plug in the back. Okay, so I did that. And now it wants me to stitch the quilting detail. Okay. Again, easy enough. Same color. We're going to finish doing all this now. Easy. Yeah. Thank you, Star. You going to come with us, Star? You going to go on the Rhine with us? That's going to be so fun. Oh, my goodness. I can't wait to meet you either, Jennifer. It's going to be a ball. There's so many people going on that ship. Oh, my word. Yep. Show you guys if I've got one. What's in here? Where did that go? Did I put it in here with the machine feet? Yeah. This is the walking foot for the luminaire. It's called a Move It foot. Look how big that is. It works with a conveyor belt type technology. It's very cool. Very good. Works fantastic. Okay. Now what? We are on color stop number 6. Let me turn this back over here. You want to go? Good. Oh, you sent an email. Good, Star. That'll be so fun. I enjoyed being with you up in Indiana. That was awesome. Okay. I got a color change now to the spool cap fill, which is the salmon. All right. And I don't want to hear I might not be alive by then to go with us. I may not be either, but by golly, I'm going to make a reservation, right? Why not? Drop that down. I think it just went around us. We got a little thunder, but nothing happened. Whoa. I had a lot of thread there. Okay. I hear a plane going by for the Air Force Base. All right. Time to stitch the spool cap. See, that wasn't so hard. Once you just go step by step on these instructions. I know, Mary Lou. She says the Move It foot looks like a heavy artillery foot. I know. Nancy, you should go if you can. Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah, the Bella Box files are at the Me Time account and not at Kimberbell. Okay, yeah. Y'all, I get my files differently from you guys, so sometimes I don't know. All right, I need to change to the lilac. Did I not pull my lilac thread? I guess I didn't. I need to find thread that matches, like I don't have it, right? Because I've got every color of glide they make, but that's still in the box. I haven't got my spools up yet. So let me get there, that works. Which one is this? I don't know. This is, I don't know. I can't read it. I don't have my glasses down. That'll work. That's how I match my colors. Somebody had asked me What thread colors I'm going to be using for autumn, the autumn love. And y'all, I don't know. Okay, I'm sorry, I don't know. This is what I do. I hold up the fabric, I hold up the thread, I find one that works, and that's what I use. I can't do that whole thing, and I don't program it in the machine. It's too much like work. You don't have to do that. You can, but usually, unless, like if you buy the OESD, I did a stitch along with OESD years and years ago that have the bubbles. It's Merry Christmas, you know, and it's a tiling scene. I did buy the thread kit for that because there's special shading in there that I want to be exact. So I bought the thread kit for that. Normally, I don't. Normally, I just use whatever I've got. Okay. Your machine does not care what color of thread is in it. It doesn't care. It doesn't know. That's all for your benefit. Okay. Oh, the guys on the pool have been here the last 2 days. Yesterday, I said we hadn't had any movement on the pool. And then right after that, they showed up. And I showed pictures of it on my private Facebook group yesterday. Hold on. Oh, that's my dentist. And okay, this is the placement line for the little spool. I'm not pre-cutting this because it's just so tiny. This is how I do it. I'm really lazy. This is bad practice. I don't cut the piece ahead of time. I'm just going to lay it down. Just like that. Make sure it's fully covered and let it cut. Let it stitch the tack down line. You know what? Having a trip scheduled two years from now gives you something to look forward to, doesn't it? We're going to try to talk to them about possibly setting up a Alaskan cruise too, sooner than that if possible. So that would be fun if we can get that going. I want to travel, you guys, while my legs still work, while my feet still work, while I'm still alive and healthy and to enjoy it. There's going to come a time when I won't be able to do that in the not so distant future. I'm 61. I always go with my life saying, you know what, I'm 15 years ish, God willing, you know, and the creek don't rise, to be able to enjoy what I'm doing. Okay. This looks good. Put my lavender fabric back in there. Okay. That was easy. See, I don't pre-cut for those little bitty pieces like that. That's too much pain to go through with the scan and cut, prepping the fabric, doing all that business. It's just easier when you have a little one like this. Okay, so this is the final stitches on the spool of thread. So when we get done here today with this hour, I'll hold off on finishing this until Thursday, and we can finish it up on Embroidery Thursday. Yeah, Alaska's on my bucket list too. Keith too, he wants to go. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I know, Betsy, the walking. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of walking on the Rhine cruise for sure. That's so pretty. I'm going to get my other glasses. Let me get y'all in here so you can see what's going on. I agree, Dave. They're too expensive if you don't have a roomie to share the cost. Alrighty, what's next? What's next? I love the instant gratification of embroidery. It is so nice. All right. Oh, we've moved right along here. So we're on step 21. Just did that, outline and details. Okay. And back out. The Rhine cruise, Kathy, is going to be Switzerland to Amsterdam in November of 27. Okay, now stitch the rear blade fill. That's the darker gray. All right, I got a color change. Whoop! Jumps right out of your hand. That's this one I chose. There's a couple of swaps back and forth here so that it can do the little button in the darker gray too. Always read ahead on your instructions on these, you guys. Don't jump in going, I'll just go step by step. Read the whole instruction ahead of time, and that's going to give you a good roadmap. It's like being a good navigator. You need to know where you're going, right? Okay. Okay, that's it. Our hour is up. I'm going to let this do its thing. So it's stitching that rear scissor blade here. All right, you guys. When this finishes, I'm going to go ahead and finish stitching up all of the embroidery for the top when we get done here today. And then tomorrow we'll start in part 3, or not tomorrow, Thursday, we'll start in part 3 stitching the back design, and we'll finish this up. So this will hold off until Thursday for Embroidery Thursday. Okay. You guys, this has been so much fun. I really enjoyed it. Thank you for spending your time with me. I hope you come back tomorrow morning. I finished the top for the Brightly sampler. So excited. Well, I got to put the borders on it, but I got it all together. So awesome. I will talk to you soon. I love you guys. Give the video a thumbs up. Consider subscribing so we can hang out together more. I'm going to be doing a lot more embroidery, definitely twice a week. We've got so much going on. You're going to be busy throughout the summer. All right. I'll talk to you soon. You guys go sew something. Bye.